Hi, everyone. Welcome to DMAD, Digital Media Arts and Design 181, Intro to Computer Graphics. Welcome to the class. My name is, I know it's a long one, Nabawiya El-Soudani. Everyone calls me Nabby. You're welcome to call me Nabby. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So this is just a little introduction to getting oriented to the class, to navigate the class. And so here we are I'm on the Canvas course here. And let me just make it student view. So I'm looking at what you're looking at. And so first thing you want to do is visit the syllabus and check in with the syllabus regularly. Probably the best way to reach me is by messaging me on Canvas, but I also have 2 email addresses here. The Gmail sometimes gets just overloaded and I miss things, unfortunately, but I'm doing my best. So I'm always trying. I get notified to my phone. So sometimes, it's a hit or miss. I get it right to my phone and I notice it. Sometimes I don't, unfortunately, and then it gets pushed down. I got a lot of spam, unfortunately. The OCC email might be even better, but then if I don't attend to it regularly, I get signed off, so I no longer get notifications to my phone. But I will be regularly checking the messages that come into the Canvas course. You might want to, if it's an emergency, you might want to do all the ways, both email addresses and the Canvas messaging, so there's a better chance I will do my best. All right, so what's this class all about? In this class, we're going to be learning how to use Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator. We're going to be learning all the main tool sets of both applications and how to create original work for a portfolio that you could use for to apply for a graphic design job or a job in any design field. So the kind of work that we're going to be creating here in this class is going to be done with Photoshop and Illustrator. And you're going to learn not only how to use the software, but how to make great decisions as a designer, how to make a layout that's going to engage the viewer, how to create a typographic hierarchy. So you're going to entice the viewer to read the text. You're going to learn about color theory and color schemes, color as it relates to creating work both for print and the print industry, as well as for the screen, for all those devices that we look at these days, web design, as well as app design. You'll find if you want to visit me, you can jump into the modules, visit the modules to meet the instructor. You'll see my little bio there. You'll find that when I was in school, I studied studio art and digital art at UCI, University Irvine, University of California, Irvine, I should say. And that's where I discovered a love for Photoshop and Illustrator. And you'll find that those are really great foundation applications that will open up a lot of doors to go into different fields, from print design to, like I said, web design, app design. You can go into fashion design, UX design, user experience design. There's so much you can do, and I've had the opportunity to do a lot of it in having a graphic design job. My first one working in recreation for the city of Cerritos, developing or creating all kinds of banners and posters for their events, from to starting my own kind of doing business as freelance design company, working with all kinds of clients, doing web design, app design. It's been exciting, and I'm really happy to bring my experience to you in our lab at the DMAD lab. And I'm really looking forward to meeting you guys in person. You'll see that this class is structured as a hybrid online class. So you'll be finding your weekly lectures as videos. So be sure to follow the modules. So far you're doing for this week, this is the only week that you do 2 modules. Well, yeah, pretty much. You're not going to have 2 modules at a time usually, but you have the introductions, the opening orientation materials in module 0. And I'm really excited to see people are already contributing to the introductions. Oh, I'm in student. I was going to show some of your introductions. They're really great to see your faces, but I'm in student view, so this is what you're seeing. But I can see everybody who's already participated, which is exciting. But we will meet in person on Wednesday. Wednesday will be our in-person day to do the work. So please do your best to watch the lesson on video ahead of time before the Wednesday lab. We'll have, for this first lab, we'll have a little bit of an orientation. I don't want to take up too much of your time in the lab to do the work and for me to be there to help you individually. That's what the lab is for. So that's why I'm taking this time now to kind of go over the syllabus, what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start the first half of this course really focused on learning Illustrator and doing graphic design projects around Illustrator. And then we're going to move on the second half of the class to learn Photoshop. And Photoshop is a, as you might know, pixel-based kind of art program. We do a lot of work with photography. Illustrator is vector-based. So that's the first thing you're going to learn about in the lesson, is the difference between vector-based art and pixel-based art. There's a little short quiz just to check for understanding. So be sure to do that in the module. I believe that's in module 1. The course is going to be the lessons, and make sure that you check in on Canvas to get credit for participating at least once a week, and then be in person at the lab as you need to be to get the work done and get the individualized help from me. And let's see, no textbook required, but I listed sources that I've drawn from over the years to create this class. I provide all of the learning materials you need on Canvas, class requirements, materials to bring to class. You always want to make sure you have a way to back up your work regularly. You're going to be saving your work on the desktop, and you can bring a flash drive. That's always good to have a nice extra place to store your work. There are other places on the cloud. I know you guys all have a Google Drive account that OCC provides, right? So you can always back up your work on your Google Drive. We also have a server. There are some instructions on the front page, on the home page of the course, how to access the server. You can only access that while you're in the DMAD labs, but you'll be able to access your files from either of the 2 labs. That would be room 212 and room 215 in the Art Center building. We're going to be meeting in room 212. You can also come into any of the open lab time. Wait a minute. I thought that I had the instructions about the server on the front page. I guess I'm wrong. I guess I will put that on my to-do list and get that up for you. I might have put it somewhere else. I apologize for that. Okay. I just wanted to point out that with a little tech magic, I managed to get the instructions to connect to the DMAD lab server up for you guys here. I also put it in the on the lab rules page that's in module 0. Looks like it's taking a little time to load right now. Still processing. So I will be in the lab to help you out with that if you would like to store a backup of your work on the DMAD lab server. While I'm here, let me just show you guys the these are the lab schedules. Let me just click on one here, 212. See all the blocks of yellow? Those are all the open lab times that you're welcome to come into the lab and just work if you need additional time to get work done outside of the regular assigned lab time, which would be for you guys the Wednesday class here that's at 5 to 7:30 p.m., which I'm looking forward to meeting you then. And what the open hour times, George will be here. You know, George, I hope you guys have a chance to meet George Peters. He is our guru of technology for DMAD. That's not his official title, but that's what I like to introduce him as. He's just very good all around with digital art technology. So you can always ask him if you run into any trouble, and he keeps the labs open. He's in charge of the labs. There's also this Thursday class that's a lab time for my other class that's an all-in-person class that you guys are also welcome to get work done during my class time as long as there are open spots. There usually will be, at least later on in the semester. You're always welcome to come into my other lab time for the other 181 class that I teach, if you'd like additional support. And I am doing office hours now on Thursdays. Then that's open to everyone, regardless of if you're enrolled in all my students are welcome to come to my class time that is my office hours that is from 3:30 to 4. All right, so there's a schedule similar to that one that is 2:15 in the room next door, but there's not a lot. There's a lot on Tuesday, a lot of open hours. If you ask the instructors on the day, the blocks that are other colors other than yellow, that means that there is an instructor teaching a class during that time. So sometimes it's okay. There's space as long as you ask an instructor politely. They may be cool with you just sitting in their classroom to get work done. You would have to, have saved your work on the cloud, that like on your Google Drive or on the server in order to work at a different computer than the one you normally sit at, because of course they're gonna have other students sitting in maybe the seat that's your normal seat for your class time. So be ready to. It's always good to have your work backed up so that you can access it on any computer in the lab. All right. So going back to the syllabus. Actually, I want to check something in the modules. In the opening, let's see, there is lab rules. I'm going to go over these a little bit more. later. But yeah, it looks like I did not put how to access the server. I apologize. I will get that up there for you. Going back to the syllabus. Let's see. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so for attendance, you're gonna again sign in, log into Canvas weekly, and attend the in-person Wednesday. That's highly encouraged. The assignments are going to be broken up into exercises and projects. Exercises are each out of 10 points. You usually get the full 10 points just for following directions and doing the assignment, regardless of the quality of the work. The exercises are meant to be a safe kind of assignment that's just there for you to get acclimated, get your feet wet, learn how to use the software without any pressure or judgment. By the time you get to the project, hopefully the idea is that the exercise prepares you and helps you build your skills and build your skill level, because the projects are evaluated on how well you have been able to learn some of those skills and tools, and also based on I'll just stop. But let's get back to the syllabus and what we were talking about here with the assignments. We're talking about how the class will be based on 2 types of assignments: exercises and projects. And the exercises are the safe, non-judgmental, no judgment assignments where you just get full credit for doing the assignments. They're intended to be there for you to practice and sharpen your skills and prepare yourself for the projects. So when the projects come around, you will be evaluated on the skill level. You will not be compared to other students. I'm fully aware that students come in with all different kinds of backgrounds and experience, so you don't get compared to others. You simply earn the points based on what you're learning, or what the requirements are for the assignment and what the assignment is asking you to do. For example, now I'm not in student view, so I can go to show you in your in a project. For example, the projects will all have a rubric. So if you go to any project, you'll find that there is a rubric that tells you exactly what you need to fulfill, what requirements you need to fulfill in order to score score points. And if that particular item is not fulfilled perfectly, that you just get points off. If it's fulfilled perfectly, you get the full points. So I will be teaching you all that you need to know in order to fulfill all the criteria for the assignment. For example, our first project, you're going to be learning all about color schemes, what different types of color schemes are, and how to properly achieve a certain color scheme. We're going to be learning about the complementary color scheme, for example. So the requirement is that you successfully did a pattern in a complementary color scheme. So you get points for following that requirement and demonstrating that you know how to achieve that. That's just one example. So we will get there when we get there to the projects. But for now, all you need to do for this week is focus on the first exercise, exercise 1, where you'll be doing a landscape. all in vectors in Illustrator. We're doing Illustrator for the first half. So that's that. You're going to have a total of 6 exercises, each worth 10 points. You're going to also have extra credit opportunities along the way, and you're going to have a total of 5 projects. And you earn a grade in the class. Here's the breakdown for how the percentage value for the grading. And you can also take the class as a CR, credit, no credit. Academic honesty and plagiarism. I know might be a little tricky in the digital art realm, but basically what I would like you to be aware of as far as that goes is that we want to stay away from using like other people's illustrations, other artists' illustrations. Stay away from clip art. We're going to be learning tools to create your own computer graphics, your own illustrations. So I'd like you to really use those tools. I know artificial intelligence is a hot topic these days, and we may explore, we will be exploring how that can save us time when it comes to the laborious tasks. At the same time, we're going to be learning how to do things, how to create from scratch. It's important to have that knowledge and that understanding and that skill so that you can make more intelligent decisions on when to use an AI, artificial intelligence kind of tool to save time without compromising your integrity as a human being, as an artist, so that you have creative control. So that's going to be important in this class, achieving originality on a human level as an artist yourself. So we're going to be learning tool sets and using those tool sets for achieving that creative control. So we don't want to be venturing out and cutting corners. There are companies these days who test you when you apply for a design job with a company. They specifically do not want to hire someone who's relying on artificial intelligence. So we want to be aware of how to use it, but we also want to avoid using it blindly. So we're going to be learning how to make great creative decisions and learning how to be a professional in this world. Also, we're gonna be talking about issues when it comes to borrowing photography, for example, and how to safely use photographs without getting into legal trouble. For each assignment, I'm going to go into detail on what is academic honesty when it comes to the particular assignment. Like, I'll show you how to cheat so that you know what not to do for specific assignments. Because sometimes it's okay to, for example, we'll talk about image tracing, where the computer will transform a photograph into vectors. We're going to talk about how or when that's not okay for a specific assignment, and when it might be okay for a project. And learning, for example, the pen tool to create your own vectors is going to empower you. And then other times you may, once you learn that skill, you'll know how to edit vector art that's created by artificial intelligence in a way that you could make it your own. But if you're always relying on artificial intelligence, then you won't be a designer on a professional level that we are here to become in this class. So we'll talk more about I'll help you along the way so you don't fall in any pitfalls in making the wrong decisions when it comes to academic honesty and plagiarism. Help you along the way to make the right decisions. All right. ARC resource for accommodations. So this is the information for anyone who would like the support from the Accessibility Resource Center. It's right here for you there. And other resources that you can click on here. Places to check out technology, for example. Also, you can talk to George Peters about checking out technology for home use. As we move on into the course, we'll get into drawing with the Wacom tablet. So there are tablets that you can check out for home use. And the next pages are like a general layout of the assignments to come. So you can see like a brief synopsis of what we're going to do. So again, for the first week, our main focus is doing exercise 1, the landscape. And then next week we'll get into module 2 that will be unlocked, and you'll do exercise 2. So we'll be doing in general, it's an exercise a week. So the exercise will be due the following. The way I've set it up for this class is that your exercise is due on Tuesdays and projects, but exercises you get 1 week to complete, and that is the goal. You want to definitely keep up with your exercises so you'll be prepared for your projects. If you're late on an exercise, you can turn it in. I don't dock points for late exercises. It's not something that you want to get into the habit of turning in exercises late. If you can avoid it, I would try to keep up with the course. Definitely going to benefit you. You're going to get the most out of the course if you keep up with an exercise a week. And then the projects I try to give about 2 weeks for. So when we get to the project, you get 2 weeks for the projects, except when we get to the end, there's a little bit of a juggling act where you have a little bit of an overlap at the end, but it's all manageable. And yeah, we have an exciting course awaits us, an exciting course has just begun, I should say. All right, well, thank you all for tuning in. I'm looking forward to meeting you all in person and working with you this semester and seeing what all that you create. All right, thanks everyone, and I'll see you in person on Wednesday, and I'll be also checking out your introductions. Thanks, everyone. Take care.